where you find that dude, but
Okay,
that's pretty
guys,
good.
we are back at it, and we are about to talk about the most active stocks on the market. These stocks are high volume, and these stocks are highly volatile. Some of them are looking better than others, and we do have pretty much every single stock on the top of the most active list coming in for this big dip right now, scaring everybody off of the markets. And if you are wondering what is going on right now, you do still have the market saying that it is more bullish with about 3,500 advancers, and currently there are 2,600 decliners, and the market is currently declining. Going into this big dip back down right now, it's the last day of the year. People looking to lock in gains. People want to end the year successful and so on and so forth. And if you were along with us along in a Banking with Billy Discord, every day for you is Christmas because we locking in easy gains off of these stocks, off of these options, off of these cryptos, off the whole shamboozle along in the Banking with Billy Discord. And I'm Billy Banks. You can always join me in my 24/7 live trading classroom where we in here doing all our live trades, all our debates, and make sure that you do get subscribed to the channel. So I'm throwing out these videos and updates for everybody every single day. Okay, let's get right into it with SVMH. I'm surprised to see this one even popping up to the top of the most active list. For those of you who don't know what SVMH is, they are motorcycle company. I think they're making Indian motorcycles or something like that, based out in the Cayman Islands. They say, and they usually said these Cayman Island stocks are all scams and or fakes. Now, my thing about the EV sector is we've never really seen any of these EV cars ever really do well. The FFIEs, the Mullins, we've even seen Tesla have its slowdowns and whatnot. And now with the big EV flying EVTOLs and flying cars and whatnot, no people aren't really too interested in these EVs on the road when we finna have these EVs in the sky. That's all about following along with the sectors and keeping up with the flow of what's going on. Speaking of what's going on, let's go ahead and see on Moomoo for SVMH stock. Get that thing a second to load up. And while that's loading up, we can see our balance sheet. You need to understand on these wrecked penny stocks, this one have 5 cents, keep in mind. It has a horrible balance sheet here, okay? A descending balance sheet is when big whales and longer term investors, anybody, when people see this, it's a sign that that company isn't in good standings. It's a sign that company can't handle themselves. So long-term investors, they like to hold off until after that company comes in for their reverse split. In this case, this stock got like 5 cents. They have to do like a 1 for 500 reverse split or something like that to get them back up to $5. And then after that, already being a wreck company and having to do a reverse split in general doesn't make them a good company. That means that they were so wrecked they had to do that, and they're gonna sell right back off anyways. I don't even know if they can do that. The highest this stock been out was 83 cents. I don't even know if that's even in their range, but let's look deeper into SVMH.
He's just talking straight shit.
Let's go look deeper into SVMH, and we got hot alerts for SVMH stock getting thrown out by Coach Glass in his section. Now, on a lot of different penny stocks, you can just pass them by. When you get more used to certain things, maybe you get used to seeing the type of sentiment a stock has, or you get used to seeing the type of different industry a stock is in, and stuff like that, or even like the size of stats that a stock will have. That'll make you confident and or deterred from getting in that stock at that time. I know what my favorite size stats are, what my favorite type of stocks are, and all of that stuff. And these are things that you learn when you get a little more experience in the markets. Right now, you got the extra largest going out of SVMH. You got the largest, mediums, and smalls coming in. And one good thing about this is they have that bullish wave of cost distribution coming in. This should hold up here pretty swell just because they don't have all that extra bearish waves that are pushing it back out. Won't take too much to get this up to that 8 cents resistance, but no matter what, they still gonna have to come in for that reverse split. And I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure that they having meetings and all that stuff about doing reverse split on SVMH anyway. So watch out for SVMH. Not my favorite stock on this list. Next, we got EYEN, and we're only going to talk about the top 4 to 5 on this list. As later on, I have more videos to update or more stocks you need to watch, and I'm excited to get over talking about Hollow and Bitcoin. We got EYEN down to a massive discount. This one here is going to continue to come for a bull run. Okay, you got the bullish divergence that's starting to be made on your overall weekly chart. Watch what happens in the next week or so when true bullish divergence gets made on your overall weekly chart, where you longer term investors will feel a little bit more confident on a stock down here at these 15 cents, still up to date about 40%. If you look on your 15-minute chart, it still took a big dip back down, and the market's turning up so extremely bearish right now. Well, taking this big decline, that's not helping at all either. One thing to point out to all newer traders, you're not gonna understand this, and even all older traders and whatnot, we now have a lot of ETFs and futures and stuff like that that they are attaching into the stock markets using this along with these Bitcoin futures and ETFs. They adding on a lot of pressure and are taking control of the markets. So we see that whenever Bitcoin is getting bullish, we got the markets getting bullish. Now, when Bitcoin starts to get bearish, then the markets will start to do this as well. Every video for the rest of forever, I'm gonna show you matching up BTC with everything else, and you'll see exactly what I mean. We're not gonna dive into it too far here. I know how people get in the comments, "Oh, Billy, you're crazy, man." I don't say this stuff for nothing. But we got EYEN. One thing about this stock, man, like me, I don't really mess with the pharmaceuticals and health stocks and whatnot too much. They really need that FDA approval. They need a piece of news, and then on top of that, like, look at this. I'll show you this back on your overall monthly chart. This thing done sold off from
Fuck with
this thing done sold off from forever. So across the whole board, they probably got some FDA disapprovals in there. One of their medicines or drugs probably done messed somebody up or something like that. So it take a little bit of a lot to get that thing to get back in good standings. Now, a good balance sheet will help that though. They got a good balance sheet. They don't. They don't. Not at all. Let's see if they what kind of pressure coming in on EYEN. Let me remind you that this one and SVMH did come off of the 52-week lows with more extra larges, mediums, and smalls going out of this stock. One good thing about here is this cost distribution. That cost distribution is a positive sign, especially when you see that they got a gap to fill up towards like 36 cents resistance at 36 cents. If they can get past their resistance on the stock, then that resistance can turn into support. So you talking about you in there at that 10, this 16 cents, whatever they got going on, and then it gets over that 30, 40 cents, and then they sell it off some. But then once it builds support at 30 something cents, now the next level for it to make back up towards that dollar. And filling up that gap, they actually do have a whole gap to fill towards exactly like 30 something. That's gonna be easy when they're on a bullish day. In fact, if today didn't turn bearish, everything will probably still keep on pushing up. I am still holding in on some things as well. I'm holding in on the HOLO. I am in there on the FFIE as well. Still getting ready to make some updates. I know a lot of y'all done got scared up out of there real quick. Small retail don't be knowing what they doing. And HOLO, wow, they halted this down. They halted this down. And earlier, I feel like that they was trying to distract people from the big EVTOL and flying taxi sectors and stuff like that, making our hollows explode. Last time you see hollow explode. Oh yeah, hollow, they coming out with some big stuff. I'm excited to make the next update on there. So Crown. All right, Crown Electric, man. Crown Electric, and that's what I'm saying. Like all of these stocks, look what's exploding. E with SVMHs and crowns and hollows and stuff like that. When did these stocks be coming in for moves like this? Crown, no less. But even though that they came in for a move up to 24 cents from 13 cents, they did sell back off to the lows of about 14 cents. And Crown, we can get excited for another hot day trade in there. You can. Because off of these lows and oversold on your 1 minute trading chart, you 1 minute day chart traders are going to be looking for that next leg up. Once the markets do begin to clear up, and they actually doing it right now. They actually starting to clear up. That's with the S&Ps. Yeah, it's looking good right now. That's an easy reverse. So watch how Crown bounce. We're going to come back and look at CRKN later on towards the day. I might make a video on it. And if you need any of your stocks updated or anything, just let me know in the comments below. I'll update that in the next video with hot and easy
what
CRKN
what
alerts going out. Yes, sir. You got a
what's
question?
the bottom for FFIE? What's
The
the bottom
bottom
for
for
FFIE? What
FFIE.
do you see?
The bottom for FFIE. Let's see. On FFIE, if we look at our 15-minute trading chart, we see that they are already, as you know, as you guys recall, and if you are new here, let me remind you, your 15-minute trading chart will only go oversold one time within that day. We got the FFIE touching that down. So our 15-minute chart traders, people who particularly like that 15-minute trading chart, they're going to get excited. It could be a bit choppy in here still right now, but we're going to be looking for that bullish reversal to come in. Hopefully this doesn't go any lower than that 250 down there. But don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Like I showed you, everything is following with the trend of Bitcoin, and I'm going to show you exactly why. In fact, we on FFIE, where Bitcoin go? Check this out. Watch this on your 1 minute chart. Check this out. Look on BTC and look on FFIE. Tell me that these are not the same exact charts. Oh no, let me zoom out some more. I don't say this stuff for nothing. Check this out. Tell me these not the same exact charts that's coming in on FFIE and BTC. Like they literally just starting to fall along with the same trend. BTC got extreme control of the market. It's due to those ETFs and futures. So now at this point now, as we're coming to next year and a new trade narrative is unfolding, people got to make sure that we are ready to adapt, ready to switch the strategy up if need be, and ready to mind your stop losses, whatever that is. And if you don't know about your stop losses just yet, you always be able to see when I'm in my section, always reminding you all day, every single day while these things are exploding. Make sure that you remember to lock in gains and settle somewhere when you get nervous, a 7 to 15% stop loss if you are new. And just because I'm still holding the stock up 100%, 200%, I could be up 30% in the stock. It don't matter. Just because I'm holding the stock up however many percent doesn't mean an individual trader has to. Make sure you do what you got to do to make yourself feel comfortable and all that good stuff like that. And truly, the markets are all about comfortability. Like you can't really trade the market you're not comfortable in. You know, when you become comfortable, you can easily make the markets work for you. You don't want to work for the markets. You want to make the markets work for you and figure out how to do that. I don't even want to talk about XTIA because there ain't nothing to talk about on this side. They finna do a reverse split. Just don't get caught up in there. Next, we got ONCO. Ooh, the ONCO. Look at them. They on a 300%. Well, in fact, this is like 500% before that thing had that sell off. ONCO. Let's see what's going on with this one. And remember, when you be seeing these things in the videos and they explode and they looking so good and whatnot, you can't catch them all. Okay, you get what you can while you can. And you get those things while the coaches like Coach Tidwell along in his section spamming out ONCO saying, guys, this the move. Guys, get in there at those things are lower. And you would have been in there at that 36 cents or lower. And this thing done exploded up to $2.11. It's a very good alert. Very easy. Wow, from the very bottom, no less. And that would be, let me show you. Let me back to say it. Go back to a weekly chart. These things do not start out at the top. They go down to their 52-week lows. Then come in for that reverse. We got a lot more to talk about. Like I said, I got a lot more videos I got to make today and a bunch of other stuff I got to do. And I got to stay on my alerts while the markets are moving. So we have to make this one quick. But we will go on the next update here in just a bit. I'm Billy Banks. Get subscribed to the channel. Yes. And if you are new here for today, the last day, as tomorrow is the first of the new year, get your 80% off lifetime upgrade for your one-time payment. This gets you locked in for life, okay? You don't have to worry about getting no of the stock alerts, where you're going to go get that from or anything. You don't got to worry about no monthly payments. Your one-time payment ensures that no matter what, you can always be able to lock in gains every single day. And I am in my 24/7 live trading class all day, every day, making sure no matter what, everybody can succeed no matter what it takes. And I'm Billy Banks. I'll see y'all in the area. Happy trade.